Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. And today I don't even know what I'm going to call this video. Sort of an artisan spotlight, I suppose. And I want to talk about Stirling. And I see that's getting a little dark as I hold this up because it's trying to autofocus. But anyway, I want to talk about the Artisan Stirling, Rod and Mandy from Stirling, and just share my experience with Stirling. I saw a gentleman yesterday, I think his name is Andrew and Razor and Brush, that was talking about Stirling and his experience. And so I wanted to share mine and give you sort of my story and why I think Stirling is an excellent artisan to buy from. But before I do, we're going to have a drink today in the Capita glass. This is a Talisker 10. It's not the highest end scotch, but it's quite good, I believe. And we'll pour ourselves a pretty good dram there and have a little sniff. Every time I go to do a video, Leroy, there's either always like dogs running around outside, and it gets Leroy all fired up. Oh, beautiful stuff, Talisker. This is 10-year-old, as I said. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a snort before we get started talking about Stirling. And this is for you, Rod, a little Talisker. Beautiful stuff. Okay, let's set this aside for just a moment. Stay tuned. So, Stirling soaps, and let me tell you sort of my history with Stirling, and sorry for Leroy. Anyway, several years ago, I tried Stirling soaps, and I didn't care for them. The quality was good, but it had a funky side odor. People called it like smelly socks, or like who knows what. They had all sorts of terms for it. I just didn't like the side odor. And in fact, my friend Tom Brim used to always say, they rave about it in Badger and Blade and all the rest. And I said, I don't care. It's terrible. It sucks. I even put it on my worst products list on a video. I constantly said it's terrible. I wouldn't buy it. It smells like crap. All right. Routinely, and every time I tried it, because I would go back every now and then and try, go, nope, still smells like crap. During this time, Rod and Mandy never sent a nasty email. They never jumped up and down. They never complained. They never, made any sort of attempt to silence me or encourage me to stop doing videos on their product or anything to the like. They simply kept doing their thing. And not only did they keep doing their thing, but they listened to the customers. And they started saying, well, there is a side odor here. We've got to try to get rid of this. So they tried different tallow, and eventually they tried a few different things, and they came up with a formula that no longer had this side odor, which is what we have today. You don't really get that side odor anymore. So anyway, I had heard they were working on that problem, so I made an order and ordered a few soaps. And Rod sent me a message and he said, call me. And so I called him, and he couldn't have been nicer. He knew that I had called his product terrible a number of times. He couldn't have been nicer. He said, hey, we've been working on this. I want you to try this, and I hope you'll like it. And he explained what they had been doing. He didn't seek to in any way silence me, like I said, or threaten me or anything to the like. He just said, I wanted to call you because I'm happy you're trying our product again, because I think we're where we need to be. And lo and behold, I tried it, and there was no side odor. And it was glorious, because the quality of this stuff has always been first rate, and the price is first rate. So when that side odor issue disappeared, no one was happier than me. And what I'm really proud of with respect to Rod and Mandy is they never sent a legion of minions and trolls out after me. They didn't seek to at every turn make some argument with me or try to prove I'm wrong about every issue. They simply kept making their soap, and people kept buying the soap. They went to work. They didn't complain. They didn't whine. They didn't say he's wrong. They didn't email me and try to or browbeat me. They went to work. They went to work. And that sort of work ethic I respect, I revere. This is why I'm a big fan of Stirling. These are good people. They have a thick skin. They don't run around jumping up and down every time someone makes a comment about their soap if they don't like it. Let's say the soap burns their face. They don't get all up in arms and like, I'm sorry it didn't work for you. They don't get all up in arms about it. And this is why I'm a super big fan of Stirling products. The price is right. The quality is phenomenal. And I don't care what anybody has to say. This soap works as well as any soap I've ever tried, regardless of price. And this is way cheaper than most. Way cheaper. All right, so anyway, back on point. These are people that go to work on their product. They don't spend a lot of time whining and crying. Yes, they've been in squabbles with other people like everyone, but by and large, when there's a problem, they go to work. They don't send legions of trolls out against people who don't like their product. They get back in there and they get to making soap. And they sell it to you at a phenomenal price. Look at what they did with the label. Do you remember the days when you used to have to, if you bought from Stirling, you had to buy a sticker to go on top and then a tin? Now it's all in the plastic container. And it's, for me, very nice because it's distinctive. Stirling always stands out on your shelf because it's this green and no one else uses this green. I just think it's wonderful. And I'm a huge fan of Stirling because to me they represent the best that shaving has to offer in terms of a vendor. And there are others like it who I'll be spotlighting. But I got to tell you, based on my experience with Stirling, you can't find better people, in my opinion. Some don't like the product, that's okay. But I tell you what, when it comes to going to work, not getting carried away when people don't like their product, trying to do special things for their customers. In fact, Andrew yesterday said he had an allergy to something in their soap, so they made a special soap for him. I mean, not a lot of folks will do that. Not a lot of folks will do that. As far as I'm concerned, Stirling is right up there with Soap Commander and Chris Cullen, and I could go on, Barrister Man, insofar as just, artisans of integrity. And I'll say that again. And I know that sometimes that bothers people. If it bothers you, I'm not sorry. I find Rod and Mandy to be people of integrity, and the way they run their business is very much to my liking. So if you haven't tried Stirling, check them out. Maybe talk to people and find some soaps or soap scents that you might like and give it a shot. And one thing I didn't mention is aftershaves. They have aftershaves like this that are affordable and they hang around a while, especially Sharp Dressed Man. That hangs around a long time, and I love that scent. And this is well priced. You can have them add menthol if you wanted or not. They also sell witch hazels that people love. Just overall, a wonderful artisan that it's really my pleasure and honor to spotlight. And I hope you check them out. Again, I don't get a thing for this. Rod isn't going to send me a box of stuff next week and say, thanks, Chris, I appreciate that. He sends what I buy. Every now and then he'll throw some samples in like all artisans do. But by and large, Rod is not trying to buy folks, he just does things the way that I like it. And so therefore I'm a big fan. And quality-wise, I don't think you can make an argument that it's not great stuff. I mean, I think the quality really is excellent. So if you get a chance, go on over and check out Stirling, and I hope you enjoy the product if you try it. If not, I understand we can't like everything. I got to smell this because it's great. Oh, wonderful scent. This is Tuscany, by the way. That's a beautiful, beautiful scent that Philip Sylvester recommended to me. Thanks, Phil, for that. Great stuff. Anyway, until next time, folks, let's make America shave again.